Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with our podcast. I'm your host for the day, Shravan. Today we are joined by Parth, Manchester United fan. We have KP, Arsenal fan, and we have one fan making debut here tonight, Dhruv, Chelsea fan since early 2000. Great to have you guys.
Let's go.
Thank you so much.
Uh, this was an incredible Premier League weekend. I mean, dare I say, I mean, this was the best Premier League weekend of this season. I'm saying this because like we had some incredible games, amazing comeback. We saw Spurs going 2-0 down, and they managed to get 2-2 draw with 11 players injured, and Chelsea making an incredible comeback. Like halftime, they were 2-0 down, and they won 3-2 against all odds. Then Manchester United, as always, they needed a late goal, some incredible scenes at Old Trafford, and we had some spirited result. I should mention Brentford, like they against all odds defeated Aston Villa at Villa Park, 10 men. So that was a standout result. And we also saw goals galore, like Arsenal whipping Leeds away, and then we had Liverpool, who ran out comfortable winners against Newcastle. Yeah. So I will start with the debutant today, Dhruv. So during halftime, I mean, Chelsea were all over the place, 2-0 trailing. Fans were jeering at halftime. There was a situation between Sanchez and crowd also, but eventually you get an incredible result. So, what was going through your mind during halftime and after full time? How excited were you jumping? Share your thoughts.
Thanks, Shravan, and thank you everyone for having me on this podcast. Well, I'm not impressed, to be really honest with you, Shravan. It's still early days. I've seen a lot of Chelsea fans hype Rosenier like he's going to save the club. For me, I think the only thing that matters are trophies. At halftime, I believe the Stamford Bridge crowd was very rightly booed and cheered the team for their performance. Pathetic, absolutely pathetic. You can't be doing these things each and every week and then somehow expecting to get away with it. The only good thing or the saving grace was the three substitutions he brought on. From that, I think two of them managed to score, and then we had a very good winning goal at the end. But yeah, I really don't think it was one of our best performances. Ironically, it was the first time that Chelsea was down 2-0 in halftime, and we managed to go on and win the match in the Premier League. So yeah, things are working out, but Rosina will really have to prove himself to at least win me over. I'll speak for myself.
Agreed, but like 3-2, like I mean, it was like a lost cause for you, and you still managed to get a 3 point. So there has to be a lot of positives. I agree. First half performance was not up to the farm, but at the end of the day, you got 3 points. You are in top five in the league. So that that must be quite satisfying for a Chelsea fan.
Uh, so if you know me, the top four doesn't matter for me. It's either you win it or you do not. You win the Premier League or you do not. I mean, yes, there are two things that I would like to point out. The first is that the positives was that, yeah, we did show some very good fighting spirit in the second half to come back and manage to win the game. However, that also tells you that what is the gap between the entire Chelsea squad and more or less our starting 11, because he made all these changes. Rosiner made all these changes, keeping in mind the Arsenal match, which is coming up,
Mm.
and it completely backfired. And it just tells you that the substitutes came in and the game completely changed. So whenever I hear that Chelsea has a very big squad, we have ample amount of players. There's a big gap between the quality players and the reserves, and I think that really needs to be bridged in if we really are going to make a serious challenge for trophies this season.
Got it. But 5 games in a row, like that's quite a good start for a senior. Uh, I will be very frank and honest. I know Chelsea won't be winning the league this time. It's out of the reach, like winning the league. But still, there must be some expectation where you want Chelsea to finish. I know you always want trophy, but looking at the table and the gap between Arsenal, you will not be winning title this season. So, what is your expectation in league? I know you want to win other trophies, but in league, what is your expectation?
Realistically, finish in the top four. and do not have more than a 10-point gap than Arsenal. Given the start of the season that we had, I'll take this. And yes, I mean, winning trophies is non-negotiable. Either go and win the Champions League or go and win the FA Cup. We don't want a trophyless season, no matter what.
Yep.
That's my bare minimum expectation. I know we're not going to win the Premier League, but yeah, would like some silverware, would like some pause for celebration. So
Mm.
that those are my expectations.
Yeah, certainly. Top four, like I would say, top two is also a possibility. Like Villa and City dropping, I think you are some 7 points behind, so that is still doable. Coming in top two, but yeah, mathematically still in the title race. Yeah. Okay. Over to the Arsenal fan. I can see a big smile on your face, KP. I mean, last week we had you in our show. You were not so
Yeah,
happy, but like first loss in the Emirates. But this weekend, like Arsenal turned up like a true champion. Leeds, believe me, Leeds is not an easy fixture. Away at Elland Road, you scored 4 goals and you dominated the match. I hardly remember Leeds getting any clear-cut chances. So you had strikers scoring, Gyökeres, Jesus, defenders doing their job like usual. So how happy are you with that victory?
yeah. First of all, I should be happy because we were getting into this match by knowing the stat that Leeds were unbeaten. Sorry, Leeds were beaten only once in the last 11 matches they played across all competition, and that were, I guess, Newcastle. So I guess the win over Leeds was equally important. I won't say a title charge, but in general, it was very important. And the way we played, first half, I guess there was nothing special in the way we played, but I guess something as a fan that made me happy was the display which was set up by Arsenal in the second half, because in second half I saw very much direct passes, and I must say after so many months or so many days I saw an Odegaard giving a direct pass to Jesus, and
Mm.
with his individual brilliance he scored that goal, and I was more than happy that it was a direct pass to a striker. And yeah, even everything was positive, everything just played the way they should play. And the only thing I was a bit concerned about was Eze's substitution. Eze didn't click in this match either, but I guess the way we played in the second half, especially, that's the way Eze would love to play in this kind of system. And I'm sure I would like to thank some United fans as well, because I guess your bantering has already been noticed by
Yeah.
Arteta, it seems.
I think
So-
last weekend was a good wake-up call for you guys.
exactly,
But
exactly.
KP, you are being modest, like still not in title charge. I
No, no,
recently
no,
came
no.
across.
Yeah, yeah, I was just saying that in general, this was an important win,
Mm,
not just considering the title charge.
yeah. So recently, I heard one of the interview of Jamie Redknapp where he mentioned this is the game week where Arsenal have sealed the title. So that was Jamie Redknapp's opinion. He said this specifically because City drop point, Aston Villa drop point, and now you have a 6 point leads. And City play Liverpool next weekend. So
Yeah.
most likely they are going to drop points. So you never know. By next weekend, you may have 9 point lead. So what do you feel
Uh,
like? Is title done and dusted for you? Because many expert pundits are of the view that title is sealed now after this weekend.
Sir Redknapp, आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर. No, but seriously, look, I am not that confident as of now, the way confident Redknapp is. Because, see, title isn't won on game week 24. There is still more surprises to come, and I hope that surprises won't be on the side of Arsenal. So, yeah, just hoping for the best.
Okay, okay. We will go on to Parth. Parth, you want to do the Cunha move? You
No,
want to
I
do the
cannot
Cunha
right now.
celebration?
I have a backache. But to be honest, it was a very thrilling game. Good result, but I'm very much disappointed with the performance. Especially after Casemiro's substitution, the game completely broke down. Fulham were dominating. Yeah, they were dominating in possession, but you cannot have Fulham centre backs in our half and pushing us for another goal. And yeah, I understand that was a penalty. It was a mistake. I again understand that it was a worldie. The second goal, it was a very good one, but you shouldn't allow such chances and you should try to dominate, you should try to push ahead. So good result. Our doubts were true that we are very much susceptible to losses very easily. And to be honest, for a moment I felt like that the moment Sesko took that first touch, I thought that okay, now the opportunity is gone, but he finished it very brilliantly. Adrenaline high, hopes are high, the tempo is good, positive attitude, and everything is going on right now. But we still need to improve a lot, and there's a long way to go from here. Also, the positives, as you mentioned, City drop points, Villa drop points, good
Mm.
for us. And I have opinion on Arsenal and Chelsea as well. For me, Chelsea is comparatively doing great because a new manager has come in. He doesn't know the players as well. He doesn't know the league as much. He isn't experienced as much as well. So whatever he's doing right now, he's doing great. The squad is disjointed. Lot of new signings. There is not much of leadership present as well. So I feel like he's doing great with what he has right now. And for Arsenal, I feel like that this is a great chance for them to pull ahead in the points and fortify this. And this logic and this theory of February being the jinxed month, I feel like that it has
Mm.
started on a very good and positive.
Yep. Sticking to Manchester United, like many neutrals, felt that Fulham deserved something from this game because they had more possession, they had created more chances, they had more shots on target, and mind you, San Elements made some incredible saves. So, is this something worrying for Manchester United, Michael Carrick, and fans? Like, we can, like, you can easily say that United were a bit lucky to win this game.
Uh, In my opinion, I generally consider that possession is a little bit of an older stat right now because possession can be maintained by just passing between the center
But
backs and
but this
creating the
game was
sideways
at Old
passes.
Trafford. This
Yeah, I
game was at
agree.
Old Trafford.
Yeah,
It
I
wasn't
agree.
away.
That's where I said that I'm disappointed with the gameplay. I'm disappointed with how the things worked out on the pitch. And it wasn't like that Fulham were playing a low block or something like that. They were playing a very comfortable open football. So yeah, there is a lot to improve, but I wouldn't say that Fulham deserved a point or something in this case because United scored fair and square. It wasn't like that it was a cheat sort of goal or there was a controversial goal in this case. And to be honest, there was a penalty call which was shut down for United. So I feel like that it was a fair result, to be honest.
Yeah. And secondly, you mentioned about Chelsea. Like I personally, what I feel regarding Chelsea, like they are not dependent on any single footballer. Like for example, United, they are way too dependent on Bruno Fernandes, and Arsenal, they
Yes.
are dependent on the set pieces and their defense, Gabriel and Saliba. But what I observe for Chelsea, like they have many players who can turn the match. Like they have Pedro, they have Enzo Fernandez, they have Cole Palmer, Neto chips in. So Dhruv, you see this as something good for the team. Like you are falling, like your team is doing well, not dependent on any single individual as such.
Yeah, I think we've come a long way from being called Cole Palmer FC. I believe that was the
Yeah,
term that was
yeah,
coined for us.
yeah.
This season, I believe that a lot of players have stepped up and we're no longer dependent on one player. But like I said, I mean, we do have a crop of around 14 to 15 players who we really have to keep fit and not really depend on the reserves. If we're going to mount a serious challenge for any trophies, I believe this crop of around 14 to 15 players need to be there, fit, and playing every match from here on. Especially with keeping an eye on the Champions League, the FA Cup, Carling Cup, which is basically like tomorrow night for us. Yeah, I mean, how he manages the entire squad is going to decide the season for us.
Yeah. So let's stay on to the Premier League only. So I want to ask each one of you which was the result of the weekend and player of the weekend for you. So I will start with KP.
Uh, just like I mentioned last week, result of the weekend is Tottenham versus City for me. Because yeah, just like I said last week,
It
on their
opens up
day,
huge point for you.
yeah, just like last weekend, Tottenham would even bash the prime Barca on their day, and that's what happened after some low first half performance. I don't know what striked, and the second half was
Mm,
just goals blazing, and it was an end-to-end game. Even though I consider, yeah, City is title challengers, City are title challengers, but still, I was watching that match as a neutral, because in second half there was no
uh,
point where we can just decide ki yeah, the game is going this way or that way. It was an end to end game where at some patch of point we can see City are getting tons of chances and just missing,
mm,
or there are good saves. There was not a single moment where we can just decide ki the match is going single way. And so yeah, it was a very entertaining match, and that Solanke goal just reminded me of that Giroud's
yeah.
Puskas winner goal. So yeah, that's about it. That was the result of the weekend for me.
And player of the weekend for you?
Player of the weekend, I guess there was 59-41, 51-49 between Joao Pedro and Ekitike,
Mm,
because both were
yeah.
involved in, I guess, two goals. But where I drew a line was that Joao Pedro coming on at halftime,
Mm,
dragging his team back after being 2-0 down, and the finisher, where he took the responsibility to face the Hulk. You know
mm,
who I'm talking about.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I drew a line. I just said the player of the weekend is Joao Pedro. Yeah.
Okay. And Dhruv, let me guess, was Chelsea West Ham the result of the weekend for you?
See, there were top three. I think there were three contenders for the result of the week: the United match, the City match, and obviously the Chelsea match. I'm going to be biased. I'm just going to call the
Yeah.
Chelsea match as the result of the week. Uh, I, I mean, to come down from 2-0 at home, we've never done it before in the Premier League. So that's something new. And like I said, the substitutes just work for us wonderfully so. And with regards to the player of the week, I'm going to go with Solanke this time for the
Yeah.
second goal that he scored, because effectively and ironically, he's won the league for Arsenal, according to me, with that second goal.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but he has done it. So I'm going to go with Solanke for the brave. Everything else doesn't matter. I mean, he's just got it done for Arsenal, and that
Yeah.
hurts.
Certainly he scored two goals, and that brought huge smile in KP's face also.
I guess.
Ah,
You know what, Shravan? I guess in few days we could also see his pic going viral with an Arsenal logo cup. He's drinking tea, you know,
yeah.
just like this manager.
I hope you don't bid him this summer because he's the one who is winning you the league.
Nah,
Okay.
nah.
Over to you, Path.
Yeah, so my match of the week was supposed to be Tottenham and City, and the player was supposed to be Solanke. But since both of them have spoken about it, I would again say that United game, because it was a nervy sort of thing, because United haven't been consistent after this second win sort of thing. We had it under Ole, and we had it in the past as well, where we'll play two games well and then later on things don't work out. But things did work out. And for me, I would say the player, to be honest, would be Bruno Fernandes, because he is
Mm,
already on 12 assists. 20 is the record, and there are good amount of matches. Maybe he could break the record. Fingers crossed. And mind you, he's not even playing for a title-winning side. Mind you, he's not even
yeah.
playing for a team where the system is right and things are going on well, where the whole side is underperforming, the finishing is not there, where your striker is not scoring enough goals. So to be honest, yeah, Bruno and United game here. Yeah,
Okay.
Dhruv.
Dhruv, you want to say something? You want to add
Yeah,
something?
I mean, I've given Bruno Fernandes a lot of stick in the past, but he is a quality player, man. I mean,
Yeah.
he is running United right now. But I don't know where you guys would have been without him, to be really
Yeah.
honest. Uh, I think he does not get the due credit because of the team he plays in right now, because United is not really the United that they were a few years ago. But he's a quality player. I mean, if he would have been in any other team like Liverpool, City, or even Arsenal, I believe people would have just sung his songs. He's that good.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
wanted to give a shout out to him.
Yeah. Okay. Over to, like Dhruv always talks about trophies. So one trophy is at stake. I think tomorrow, or tomorrow is the game. I think tomorrow or day after tomorrow, and you're playing like Arsenal. They already have a goal lead, and you are going at Emirates, where they generally don't lose. But United have proved that they can be beaten at Emirates. So what do you see? Like you see Chelsea. What do you feel? What are your chances? Because this is something which you can genuinely win. If you beat Arsenal, then finally you will get City, or I don't know, or Newcastle
Yeah,
maybe.
City,
So
probably City.
this is the last thorn for you. What do you feel?
Uh, if you're asking me how do I feel, these disaster movies like 2012, San Andreas, I'm getting that kind of a feeling because Arsenal is finally going to win the Premier League. They're finally going to win the big one. So, uh, not feeling that good, to be honest. And I really don't know how we are only a goal down because I think Arsenal completely battered Chelsea in the first leg. We are still lucky to be just a goal down right now. Will we win it? The heart says yes. The mind says no. We won't. I believe we may end up with a draw because Arsenal will be a little bit conservative if they, especially if they don't score early. Uh, I'm going to be biased in calling it a Chelsea victory again, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just going to let the heart take over the mind for now. And yeah, I think I'm not even thinking about the final. All we can do is just stop Arsenal from winning another trophy right now. That's where my mind is working. So yeah, 2-0 Chelsea.
Wow, that's quite a prediction. But KP, like we have seen in last two matches, Arsenal have leaked 5 goals, two in Champions League, three against Manchester United. You see that as a concern? Like Chelsea, what I feel will definitely score because I don't see like you keeping a clean sheet now at Emirates.
Yep. So the two matches you mentioned, one was against United, where majorly tactics are dependent upon counter-attacking football, and we were hugely exposed while you attempted the same tactics, and even against Kairat Almaty.
Yeah, yeah.
So I am not very concerned about it because entire 11 was different as compared to what generally starts in a PL. And but yeah, I am very happy about the upcoming leg because first of all we are 1-0 up. The second point is Chelsea generally don't sit back and wait for the moment. They just attack and they just love that football. And as an Arsenal fan, I would I am really happy that we are facing a team that would come at Emirates with this tactic, because this give us a chance to play a better free flowing football which we are attempting lately. And I guess in the continuation of this match, while Chelsea would be chasing 1-0 lead, I guess we would end up making it a 2-0 just in case.
Uh,
And then I just don't mind if Arsenal sits back for entire 60 minutes. I just don't, like all these years, like since 2007, I've been seeing beautiful football, and obviously I respect that. But right now, Arsenal fans are, hungry for trophies, and whatever it may be, just bring on the trophies. Just that's it.
that is something new, change in Arsenal's fan strategy
I
because
know, I
all
know.
these years it was top four playing sexy football, 1-2 touches. But
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. But what's your
Now it's
prediction, KP, for this?
I guess it's an open match, and I expect Arsenal to leak goals. So my prediction would be 3-1 to Arsenal.
Whoa, that's quite a prediction. Path as a neutral. What do you expect from
Um,
this match? You see
uh,
some lot of goal, or it's a tactical game, or game even going to penalties?
I feel like it may go to penalties where Chelsea would score one, and later on it may go to penalties and Chelsea may clinch it through. That's my prediction. So 1-0 Chelsea, and then later on penalties, Chelsea qualify. That is my prediction in this case. And to be honest, to talk about this United game against Arsenal, he mentioned that counter-attack football. Actually, the goals were because of good pressing. And the first goal was the biggest example of it, that United pressed well. And I
Yep, yep,
feel
yep.
like that Chelsea is very much unpredictable, and they can actually generate something good. And I feel like that Garnacho plays for Chelsea. I don't like the player right now, but I feel like he has a point to prove and he can maybe get some results in that case. And we are totally forgetting about the other game, which is Newcastle and
Newcastle
City.
versus.
Yeah,
So I feel like that City will comfortably go through, and
yeah.
it probably will be City versus Chelsea in the finals. And but if in case, I hope it doesn't happen, and I feel like that it won't happen. If Arsenal go through, they are winning the cup.
Hmm. So you are saying 1-0 to Chelsea
Yeah, and on
and
penalties they
Chelsea
go
winning
through.
on penalties.
Yeah.
I don't see Chelsea getting a clean sheet away at Emirates. I don't know, like they find it difficult to get clean sheet even at home. But Arsenal away, if that happens, that would be like really incredible, and Chelsea deserve to go to the final. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's it for our show today. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for your time. It was pleasure
Thank
having you all.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
And
having us,
please
bro.
do share, subscribe our podcast if you like. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.